Ooh. What was that? What is that in the air? Is that a drone? Ooh, it destroyed my ship.
Inventory.
Why? Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. Alright, we're back with Grind to Learn and we finished our mobile base so that we can go around and start salvaging some more and find new things to learn. So let's get started. Alright, mobile base is complete. As you saw on the outside, it's looking a little terrible, but we'll design it as we go if we need to. But mainly, we did add some spotlights over there, the passages as we mentioned before, with the event control over here, and that's more for the oxygen tanks and stuff like that. So not much has changed. We did put a little bit of light panels here as well. We upgraded the barn side of things. It's kind of a barn. With these things, none of the colors or color scheme is actually matching. I just kind of left it as is for now. So I added this little bit of a thing here so it doesn't look too crazy, because we do need to round it out. But I always have trouble kind of making 5x5 wheels look good with these suspensions. So I think we need to cover it or add another rounded layer right down here to make that look good. But we'll leave that for now. We added an O2H2 system, which we did forget to do before. Gyroscopes. We took our first flyer here, upgraded a little bit because I did crash it, unfortunately. So we'll leave it as that. And funny thing is that these floodlights work pretty well for kind of touching down on the ground. I mean, it will break if you hit it too hard, but if you're like a block or two away and then dampen it off and just land, it doesn't really break, so kind of works out. We also took our original rover back here as well. We did kind of jerry-rigged it to connect here for now. And then that way, when we drive, it will stay still and not move. I don't know what use we have for this, but we'll leave it there for now. We took the two cargo containers. Unfortunately, it is not safe to do on both sides now because the connector's on the back end. If it's in the front end, our ship can't grab it, so it becomes an issue. But we're still going to use them to gather materials to make things easier if we have to. But let's keep them here just for cargo for the most part. It'll be easy to touch down, grab what we need to grab, and bring it back in here. I wish that we had the pistons and everything to push it all together and everything like that. Technically, we still could do that except for that rover here. So we could wall this up here if we need to. I think blast door type of thing we'll do. I'm not sure. Yeah, we could probably wall it with that. And then we'll put a piston here to push it this way, and a piston push it this way. So we still have a cargo, a modular cargo container system. If anything, I don't think I'm going to do that for now. I don't think I'm going to use these too much, but it does have batteries, so I want to keep them there as well. All right, we added some speed mods to our assembler back here. We have the yield mods and the ore detector and antenna, and there is a remote control as well. So that if we need to ever remote into our system, we can remote into it. We kind of took everything out here so we could build this slant, but now everything here is exposed, which is a little bad, but it's fine. And back inside, the remote control is right over here, kind of hidden. Can't really see it. I need to put something here. I don't know what yet. Could be just a small cargo container, if anything. And in terms of inside here, the only other place that we could build is right in this block here, which we can save it for either an event controller or a turret controller or anything. But we'll see what happens. We do need to arm this thing too. We do have assault cannons now. So if we do want to arm it, we could arm it. I didn't arm it just yet. Didn't quite see a good spot for it. It's probably going to end up being up here if anything. I did add minor solar panels, not much at all, just 2 full ones and 2 half ones. As you see, that was the only spot I could do it for now. I could put one right over here. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna make it airtight though. we can always try and see what happens. I do need some kind of port up here so I could do these builds, but I've been kind of taking that apart right over there to get inside here. And then we just rebuild it basically, which is a terrible idea. All right, let's check to see if that's airtight with the solar panel. I hope so. If not, then we have to remove it. We are not airtight. That's not good. Okay, so that doesn't help. So this needs to be kind of paneled up right over here. But we can't do a panel. Why? What is in the way of building over there? Is it this? This is a... No, this is a full block. So why can't I build up there? Oh, right here. This is blocking it. So we can do those angled interiors if you want. Or because we left the door open. I think we left the door open. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that could have worked anyway, so it's fine. We'll build this here since we can use it anyways. Alright, so we're airtight. We have access to the cargoes. This is basically our score. We did get a down ship, one of those colony ships, so we got a lot of stuff here now. And under the rover itself, I did add a bit of scaffolding. When I say a bit, I mean a lot. As you see here. So all this is held by scaffolding. So then I can build down here if I need to. Grab stuff. And that's the hydrogen tank. And we did find some more ice. So now we're at 7%, which is not a lot at all. And this goes all the way back here. Which I should probably put windows or something like that. Probably not. Doesn't matter. And a ladder system so we can go down. And you may have noticed there's a bit of a piston thing right here. And I'll show that in a sec once we go downstairs. So we have ladders back there. We have ladders right here. Just to get down. If we ever need to. Get off the ship. Get off the rover easier. We can jump off to the side anyway. So it's not a big deal. And of course we get there by jumping into the ladder system. But here is the piston. It's holding... It's a little stormy, but... It's holding a cargo container. Hopefully it's high enough so that it doesn't explode or anything like that when we hit a rock, but you gotta be mindful of it. But there's a button here that we press so that it brings it down, but it's not gonna go all the way down. So about 4 meter piston if anything. And this is how I'm gonna load stuff if I'm scavenging and everything like that. So that kind of works out a little bit. I mean, could have made a lift system too for me to get up there, but I don't think it's necessary. So the ship itself is sitting here. I think I am gonna leave it here. And we'll come back for it whenever we need to. So right now it's sitting with no power. Because I just turned it off. But I think I'll come and grab it when I'm ready to grab it. Maybe if I establish a new base that's a little bit better, I'll come back with a small flyer or something like that. Get onto it and bring it home or bring it with us. But for now, we're going to leave it. And in the sandstorm, there is the hovercraft here, which we may not bring back. We're just going to leave this here as well. I don't see why we need to bring it. And we don't really have space for it, but... We'll leave it for now. These are kind of like our historical things that are being left behind. But it's time to go. Time to move on from this base and become more mobile. Okay, so it looks like direct contact with the sandstorm is what hurts us. But if I'm in here, which we're not airtight here at all, it doesn't damage us. And if we're up here... We're seemingly okay too. Not sure how that works, but okay. Alright, let's We need a door system to close and everything like that, but we don't have that set up just yet. We don't have sensors. That's the problem. We could utilize the event controller maybe in a timer and everything like that, but we'll leave it for now. I don't mind opening and closing my own doors for now. And the event control is for the oxygen tank. The oxygen tank, it's saying basically once it's filled at 100%, turn off the depressurizing air vents on the very top right over there. That's why they're off. So our oxygen tank will always be at 100% basically, which is great. Alright, so I did coin this thing the PBG Express for whatever reasons. No real reason at all. Yep, so we're going to abandon the ship for now. We will come back for it eventually. We have this marker as base, which we should change this to pick up a ship. We change the color so we know what that is. And yeah, that should work fine. There is the... I think being mobile will help us a lot when it comes to the planetary encounters. We will get to a planetary encounter, strip it from its weapons, and then start grinding it down. And then with that time frame, it should spawn something new within a, what I think it's 6K distance, so we can keep traveling that way. But ultimately, we want to get to the ISMN station because we render this station useless because we are now enemies with it. ISMN seemingly is around the planet, so we gotta head in one direction. So we're gonna head up this direction forward and hopefully get there eventually, because it will take us a long time, especially if we're gonna drive down this whole crazy bumpy deserty spot here. We're gonna drive slow right now because we are gonna damage some stuff if we're not gonna be careful. That's a big old hump right over here that we gotta get past. Oop, there's a damaged antenna right in front of us too, 7K away. We might not make this hump. That is the downside of having a rover. And we are at maximum strength with our wheels too, so there's also that. We do have a gyroscope, so we could always angle it so that all wheels could grip okay. I don't think we can get over this hump without any thrusting power, but alright, that's very unfortunate. I think we gotta go towards the left side, not the right side. Gonna get around this hump somehow. Okay, that's quite the struggle. We might need a thruster to boost us slightly off this stupid hill. We are somewhat gripping to the ground. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Alright, finally made it slightly over the hump. And that should do it. Alright, perfect. That was a bit of a pit that we were in. That's kind of why I want to be mobile as well. I don't want to stay here. I'd rather go somewhere else to deal with traversing and everything like that. Being here is just horrible because of the constant like clangy bumps and everything like that. I hope we're not breaking it. I hear things bumping around. I'm not sure what that is. Right, there's a bit of an unknown signal here. Since it's here, I must well grab it. What is making that sound? I hope we're not breaking anything. Why is this taking damage? That's not good. Quite weird that that has damage, but okay. There's a damaged antenna on our left. I guess that is our pathway anyways. Although it's a little bit further than our ore center and the manufacturing center as well. So we got to get there first. Yeah, it kind of looks like we may or may not need to add a thruster or so in the back just to get things kind of boosted a little bit. Because we're a little heavy and these humps are just a nightmare. So we're headed this way at the ore processing station first. There's a pickup over there. I'm not sure what is there. It could be more stuff to pick up, more cargo to pick up that I just left there at one point in time. Alright, this is getting quite annoying. We may need just one, I guess one fan one could do, potentially. I highly doubt it, but if it helps, then great. If not, then oh well, so we'll figure that out later down the line. But if this could help push it off these stupid humps, why not let it do it? All right, let's see if that works. All right, that is helping a little bit. Just a tad, so we gotta be careful not to go too fast still, because we are in all these bumps. But that little bit of a boost does help a little bit, but it is gonna burn a lot of power as well, so that's gonna be not the greatest thing in the world. Ooh, this is so bumpy, and things are gonna break eventually, I think. Doesn't look like it. It looks like we're pretty high up with the suspension. That's why I kind of chose the 5x5. I did test and put 3x3 wheels. They were just way too low for these terrain, so I would have likely get stuck on top of a hump if anything. So definitely no go. So we went back with 5x5 wheels instead. Although I think we need 2 more wheels in the towards the back. We should put them a little closer. It'll be easier. All right, there's a little bit of a non-hump on this side, which I kind of want to go to. We put that thruster in a better location too. Right now it's right smack dab in the middle. And the whole entire station, the original station, was like kind of like an even number, so that's why we have a helm in the left hand side and buttons on the right hand side. Which I would have preferred it to be odd numbers, but it's okay. Here's the ore processing center. This is what we left in terms of the materials, I believe it was. Yeah, and there's like a battery and everything here too. Okay, I'm gonna chill here. I think, yeah, it's tons of cargo actually. So if we grab this button here, oop, we cannot grab the button. Oh, we're about to flip over. That's not good. All right, there's a lot of materials here actually, so hopefully we'll get through this pretty quickly. Okay, so this is where the ship comes in handy. Our original cargo ship that we have. Don't like that we're on a slant here. I'm gonna move this a little bit to a more flatter area so we don't have to worry too much about our ship becoming toast. Just sit in this little pit here. Okay. This will do fine. All right, we'll bring the car containers out and about. So we'll just lock this off. Grab this thing here. Oop, that thruster's kind of in the way. Should put it on the sides where the wheels are, I guess. Grab this. And we can lift up 20 liters, 20,000 liters of stuff. Each one of the small car containers is 15. So we could just empty one out and then bring it back, empty one out, bring it back. So it shouldn't be too bad. We also have batteries here too, so I'm gonna figure out what to do with that. Ow. That was a bit of a mistake. Oh, we cannot do that. Okay. Just do this and this. Alright, so we just toss everything like this. Don't know why I had stuff on me to begin with. And I think we are out of power on this container here. Okay, that's about 15. I'm not sure why we kept the oxygen tank here. We just removed that if anything. We don't need it. 2 more car containers and some batteries. Do we want the batteries? Probably. Because that's going to give us some more power that we could use. Now the problem is where we're going to put the battery. Where we're going to put the farm of batteries though is another question. At this point, connectors towards the bottom would be a little bit better. But we ain't got that. We don't even have to set up for the sorter as well. So it's not going to auto extract things out of this car container, unfortunately. Not the biggest problem in the world, but it's not going to be great. So everything's kind of manual for now. We'll automate this later. It sounds like some things are moving out, like the cargoes and such. I mean, the ores and such. Okay. I don't know if both of these are filled, but should probably have a decent chunk of stuff in here. Okay, let's see how much is in this one. Well, 12, so I might not be able to fit everything in here for the time being, which is fine. We don't want it to be too heavy anyways, because it'll be really hard to bring it back then. Got 10 left in here, that's fine. Okay, so we guys gotta do multiple trips. One more trip and we should be good. We probably could have just thrown in a connector on top of the conveyors or cargoes and then bring it back and load it that way too. That's a possibility, I believe. Since we could carry these two here with 20,000 liters, I think we should be able to grab a large grid cargo container. Maybe. Just maybe. Not completely sold on it, but I feel like it would work okay. How do I want to do this though? Put a connector here. We're going to be missing small steel tubes, motors, and computer. That's fine. But at least we could pick it up later down the road. Yeah, I don't know. We have a spot for this is the problem. Okay, we'll bring this home. And then we'll grab these things here. So we needed computers, motors, and what else was it? The question is, where do we want to connect it? I guess we could connect it in the back of these modular cargo containers if we wanted to. Probably not, because it's a little bit hard to see it. It's not too bad. We could connect it to where the O2 system is. That's a possibility as well. I think we could do that. Ooh. We just hit that thruster. Get that done. We'll get this thing done. We should probably carry 2 at a time, if anything, but we should be okay with carrying 1 at a time. It's a little less hectic that way. Okay, we grab this. Yeah, I think if we load it right in the O2H2 system, that should be okay. We just need to get a connector for this as well. We might have to nudge it ourselves because we do have the solar panel kind of in the way. See if this becomes an issue. Nope. Nope, we're okay. Oh, let's keep pressing P. I mean to just drop it. Okay, that's looking decent. Get a connector on here. Flip this connector. It should magnetize into it once it's built. There we go. We'll lock it. And I don't know if we want to deplete it or not. Probably. So we just remove them if we need to. I don't really intend to keep them there. The floodlights actually kind of help us target where we're going too a little bit. To see our shadow a little bit better. And it sees how close we are to the ground as well, because the narrower it gets, the closer we are to the ground. Alright, this one is a bit tricky because we do have a gyroscope there, so that's a no-go actually. We may have to situate this one on the modular cargo containers for now. There's room for us to do this. Yeah, there's a little bit of room. Yeah. We'll drop it here. Don't know if that is going to be able to connect or not. Ah, works. Okay, perfect. We'll lock that in. Discharge this one. And we're going to have a little bit more batteries. Perfect. Nothing is left there, so the ore pickup can go now. Right, which is here. Pick up cargo. Ore and ore 2. Why do we have so many ores? Delete ore 2. And pick up cargo 2 right here. 181 meters. Yep, that should be it. Okay, we got rid of that. Rover pickup GPS over here. We picked that up off cam, so let's get rid of that. Okay. We are set. Everything is in. The only other thing to do is make sure these are not used by parking. Because if we do that, When we unpark and park, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, I think we're set. Hopefully nothing's gonna fly away. We gotta go to the next point here. So right now, we're really picking up our score from previous time. So there's 2K away, there's a pickup over there. I kind of want to see what's that first. Let's just get over this hump here. It's hard to even see the terrain. How bumpy it is. Imagine I was just restricted first person view. I think I would have came back with half a rover. This was the SPRT shipyard. Yep, with the large cargo container still there. So we could kind of just like go over it. Okay, good, it worked. This may or may not work in my favor. Probably on the other side. Let's see. Ah, right there. Easy transfer. There's not a lot left here. I did come here at one point to try to grab what I can. A lot of these radio components. I kind of want to dismantle them because they are heavy. Having the raw materials actually makes it less heavy, I believe. And I think we got a lot. So we could just kind of dismantle all that too. So we have a lot of these and a lot of these that we could just dismantle. What? How many do we have? I know we have a lot. Unless I'm wrong. No, we have like 200 something worth of those. And those keep from like the antennas, the broadcasting stuff on all these planetary encounters and such. I need to find something new. Is there any other things that's going to spawn? Definitely still missing camera, rotor, hinges, those type of things. But I don't know if that stuff is going to spawn with the ship or any other station. I mean, we've seen some new stations, but nothing too crazy. The manufacturing station and the ore was the newest ones that I've seen so far. But unfortunately, that's about it. Okay, so that's done. Quick little pickup. This was, what was this called? Just pickup. Let's get rid of this GPS pointer. Do have a pickup cargo somewhere as well. Right over there, 4K away. I don't know if I've been there or not. Probably. We have some salvaging and some batteries on that side. Somebody care to pick those up. I think we have more than enough mats. Right, it's storming a little bit. I'm gonna just close these doors. Well, we could just utilize this to close doors if needed. We could just toggle door opening and closing. Should be fine. Okay, now I can't see a thing. So that's great. Manufacturing is on the left hand side, but I can't see any bumps. So we're gonna have to go extremely slow and hope for the best that we don't break anything. Yeah, we need more lights, if anything. But either way, with lights, I probably won't be able to see anything anyways. As you can see, so far we only travel about 6.5 kilometers away. Ooh. We didn't lock that cargo, did we? That's not good. That's just been flopping around in the back and smacking onto this. Luckily, we're going slow, so hopefully it didn't cause any damage. Minor. Wonder why we didn't lock that one for some reason, unless it broke. Ooh. What was that? We ran out of power. Can we inchworm into the connector now? How are we out of power? Wait, no, that don't make sense. What happened? We have power. Why did it do that? Yeah, we're out of power. We have uranium, so that's what's powering right now, but it's not loading our batteries up quick enough, I guess. Alright, I broke the other floodlight. That's great. This is 6 hours. It's kind of faulty when it comes to the uranium and such, I guess. Oh, this is the angled one. I don't want the angled one. Yeah, these are completely toast. These are toast as well. So I don't think I have enough power to grab that cargo, do I? I want to say yes. But we also got to be careful here. Alright, we can just slowly drag it on the ground. It is kind of heavy too. Not close enough. Where it's broken. Broken. Great. I think it broke instead of not being locked. That's what could have happened to it, I think. Can we fly this thing back? Okay. The batteries here are very important, so we need this to recharge anything and take a lot of power out of us, but seemingly need it. Yeah, I think the connector broke. And released the cargo container. That's a pain. Definitely need some like magnetic plates or anything like that to keep it in place. We could put another cargo container right behind it to keep it safe. But also we could avoid traversing these things too. That could also be a plan where it'll make life easier and not break anything. Like the gate behind us, I don't know why it broke at one point in time. Looks like it's fine now. What is that in the air? Is that a drone? That's a drone that could be helpful. We do have turrets and they're aiming at weapons for now, so that's fine. Alright, we could shoot it down with our turrets for sure. Hopefully there's a camera, but I might have to take down the propulsion in order for it to work that way. It's coming after us now, so we're in a really tough spot here where our turrets might not even reach them. I wish I could see what that is. It's not firing. That's interesting. What is that? We should have armed the vehicle, I guess. Oh, there's more. These are shivs. Okay, they definitely have weapons. And... oh, I think we're taking fire now. Oh, they're shooting at... station. Interesting. Because we... oh yeah, they're shooting at the station because we own some of the station here. Alright, let's disarm it first. And then once they're disarmed, we can get rid of the propulsions. So we get it to drop. Oh, that one dropped. I know they have some uranium in them too, so that's also helpful. It's gonna fall right on us. Nope, we're good. Okay, that's down. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go check that out. Interesting little battle. Oh, what is going on there? Alright, well, let's not do that. Let's do weapons. Okay. Anything useful? Not really. Really wish there was a camera. Although I can't tell if there is one or not because it dropped, so who knows. Lots of thrusters. I wonder what happened to the ship back here. Here it is. Alright, this one is a little bit more intact. And no, you don't have a camera. I mean, there's a chance there could have been one. We would never know. Get that beacon here. There's the uranium. Oh, there goes another ship. They're just coming after us now. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay, we got shot pretty badly. We need to arm ourselves, I think. Whether with interior turrets or a Gatling or two. Because we just took a significant amount of damage on this side without fighting back. And, ooh, it destroyed my ship. You bastards. Why? That's not good. Let me throw in a quick Gatling, if anything, for ourselves. Where would it go? Where would it go? Yeah, I don't even know. Ideally up here, but we don't have any conveyors or some sort. We'll just do a conveyor system right there. Okay, we'll throw that one Gatling here. There we go. Let's aim for propulsion. Get that down. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't think there's a camera on those things, but we do need to stop the drones from spawning. So we gotta either take down the antenna and stuff like that, or we shoot it down. I'm kind of tempted to just shoot it down at this moment. So grab this, control it, and we'll just shoot down this. Oh wow, that takes a lot of ammo. Interesting. Alright, that's done. So that should prevent them from spawning. Ooh, they shot up a lot of stuff that's inside, but we did take a good chunk of the material that was there already, so we should be okay. Alright, so the manufacturing station here, or supply thing, pretty damaged, but should be alright. There's 2 batteries there. I put a large container there. I'm going to come back and salvage this off cam, since we can go ahead and explore something new instead of something old. So we want to get to, I believe, that damaged antenna. That should be our next spot. Where was that though? I think it was right there. Yeah, 4 away. Ooh, that's quite the distance. So it's a damaged antenna, so it could be... Is a ship, rover type of deal? Probably gonna shoot us. Get close, I think. Nope, nothing's happening. Oh, no, we are taking damage. Alright, let's aim for weapons. There's a wrecked ship. I don't know what it's aiming for. It's not aiming for that weapon that I wanted to aim for. Alright, there we go. A little more damage than I would probably liked it to have done. Another issue is I haven't really seen anything spawn as I've been sitting around, but it could be because there's a bunch of things on the ground. Like sunk underneath the ground, actually, I should say. Ooh, we took a lot of damage up front. So with everything sunk underneath on the ground, we might have to do some back end cleanup. Clean up all the grids on the ground so then things can spawn closer. But I don't think things would spawn near where I am now. But I guess not. Alright, I can't get close to this thing because it's up a hill. Okay, what can we find? Ooh, okay, so this is... We've seen this plenty of times actually, so... Good thing is that it does have uranium. That's gonna help power up the ship at least. Not a lot of uranium, but good enough. But the only other good thing is that we could potentially find blueprints that's gonna help us. If we didn't destroy it, at least. Alright, the large cargo container had a blueprint. Let's see what that is. Conveyors. Not what we're looking for. Rotors, cameras, hinges, anything like that, please. Right, we extracted the battery and all the little bits of stuff. So we got tons and tons of loot. Now we got a pirate relay post to head to. Don't know if we're going to hit that up right this moment, but we will get there soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the rover review. It definitely needs a little bit more of a design aspect to it, but it is working pretty well. We could constantly move, get these planetary encounters, see if we can learn any new things, and it's going pretty well, except it's a bit slow. Not sure how this fell just now, but it did. We'll get that fixed up in a sec. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment down below, even just say hi. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.